Hey guys, I know I haven't been on in literally forever, but yeah, I did some traveling. I went to Europe, I went to Scandinavia, I went to Western Europe, a few places there. So yeah, I've been doing some traveling. I was going to video it, but I was like, I just had a relaxed time. I didn't want to be bothered with videotaping, maybe next time around, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I know I've been gone for a while. But yeah, I definitely had a memorable time. But yeah, maybe I'll talk about that another time. But yeah, I'm home now. It's been a while. It's spring now. Yeah, it's been a lot of time and money later, but yeah, I definitely have some catching up to do. But yeah, I've been home for a little while now. I was out earlier today. I need to look into work and things like that. But yeah, I made a Mexican bowl. So yeah, I'm gonna have this. So what it is I have rice on the bottom. There's some avocado in the middle there. Then I have some salsa. Then I have some, this is just vegan ground beef. I put some chili powder in there. And then I made some refried beans. So yeah, I made this yesterday. So yeah, I just heated up some onions, a little bit of garlic, and some oil. And then I put in some spices, I believe, what's it called? Oh, cumin powder. Put in some cumin powder, and then a little bit of salt, and then some lime juice, and then a can of black beans. So yeah, usually refried beans are made with pinto beans, but I wanted to do it with black beans. So yeah, put in a can of black beans with some water, then heat it up and then mashed it up a little bit. And then yeah, over here I just got some sour cream. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this. Got a little bit of everything on my fork here. But yeah, I love Mexican food. But I'm gonna finish that up. But anyways, I wanted to talk about dating and relationships. I want to make a couple videos on this. Just to give my perspective on some things that I see kind of missing, like when I'm looking online, things like regarding relationships and dating and things like that, mostly in like the femininity spaces and men's spaces, that can get pretty toxic. Not all of them, but some of them, like red pill, manosphere kind of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to give my perspective on some of the dynamics, like the main sort of dynamics that are promoted, and what I personally think about those. But yeah, I wanted to talk about dating trends like I've seen online, and this whole thing, trauma, baggage, like this whole thing that men should be this way, women should be that way. Like for me, yeah, I want to be in a committed relationship and everything like that, but I'm not following a script like the whole thing that women should look for a provider and a protector. Like I don't personally see anything wrong with that, but also like this whole aspect of like sugaring, being a sugar baby or a gold digger. To me, it's like, I think that only certain women can do that. Like, I don't think that I could do that. I don't think I'd be good at that. Because like to me, it's like, you know, I can't be bought. You know, that's just kind of how I see that. But, you know, some women can get by doing that. They're good at doing that. But yeah, that's definitely not my type of thing. To me, it also seems like it could be dangerous. You know, I sometimes see women say like, oh, you know, it's so hard to get by. Everything's so expensive. And I'm like, no, it's not. You just need to, you know, find a way to work it out. Have roommates or just get a room. You know, there are jobs out there. It might not be the position that you want right away. You might not be making the kind of money that you want right away, but you know, you can have roommates, you can just, you know, rent a room, you know, there's options. When I first got out of school, I didn't make a lot of money at all, you know, but yeah, I made it work, looking back. Anyways, you know, that's how it was for me, but yeah, sometimes people have different situations, but yeah, I wouldn't turn to, you know, sugaring. To me, it doesn't feel safe. Like there are better ways, you know, to go about, you know, sex work, if that's what you want to do without putting yourself in like a safety risk. Like you could do phone sex or cam work, you know, that's kind of how I look at that, but you know, people have different viewpoints and opinions. Like, someone could want a provider and protector, but it's not all about that. Like with gay men, I'm going to use gay men for an example. It's like sometimes it seems like people have more of a problem with gay men, but not as much with gay women. And I think that's because people don't take women's sexuality as seriously as men's, but you know, that's a different story. But yeah, I'm just gonna use gay men for an example here. With gay men, it's more about physical attraction and emotional attraction. So, you know, in that case, why couldn't it be the same for heterosexual relationships? Yeah, there's more of a sense of tradition with heterosexual relationships, but it's not always connected to tradition. For me personally, I never look for a man to provide for me. It feels like it would be imprisoning for a man to provide for me because I feel like I would owe him for providing for me. And I don't want to be a slave. Like, I want to be around you because I like you. So as far as protection, you know, the way I look at this is that protection is antithetical to marriage. A man is a health risk, a safety risk, you're taking a risk. It's not about men being bad people, okay? It's, you know, I think that men can be good providers and protectors, but this, what I'm talking about, is about dysfunction. You're bringing a wall down, not up, with a protection barrier when that protection barrier can turn on you, go rogue on you. When you made a choice to marry a man that is not compatible, a relationship that doesn't fit, you're more in a vulnerable position with a man. Men can hurt you at any time because they're stronger. You don't make a puzzle that doesn't fit. When you do that, you end up with dysfunction. You bring a wall down of a protection barrier when that protection barrier can turn on you. Like, I don't have any problem with marriage, but I don't think it's something to look for protection and provision. Like, I think that I would have more protection with my mother. I don't see men as a form of protection or provision. What I look for in a man is emotionally being able to bond with him, things of that nature. Someone I have commonality with. I don't look for protection or provision. I wouldn't take that position with a man because I'm not his inferior, I'm his equal, and I'm going to show that by being accountable for myself. You know, there are women who have provided for themselves their whole life. Like, I have provided for myself my whole life. I have never taken anything from a man financially, and I've never had a man provide protection for me. The way that I see this is, women can take care of themselves. Why would you look for a man solely to take care of you? Women are able-bodied creatures. Women can have success just like men can have success. In my opinion, you can go really wrong looking for a man to take care of you. You're putting your life into him, you're putting your trust into him. Why would I put my trust into him? Trying to appeal to me with money is odd. Like, I don't want to be your slave, If I want to be with a man, I want to be with him on my terms because I like him, not because I need some money. Like, oh, you're not actually interested in him for who he is. You're just going to get dysfunction. It would be like a spouse physically attacking another spouse because people would be following a relationship that is dysfunctional, try to make relationships work that aren't supposed to work. You don't need to be trying to get into a relationship with a person that is dysfunctional. But, that's a different aspect. I'll probably talk more about that at another time. But, the main thing is if you actually like this man, love this man. If he loves you, you're not actually thinking about that. So, yeah, you can find someone, that is your other half, that is a peaceful marriage, a peaceful family, a peaceful household. Thinking about money and resources is not going to get you there. You're not thinking about the person, you're not thinking about the man. Do you actually like this man? Do you actually love this man? See, that's not what you're thinking of. You're thinking about resources. If you need resources, go get a job. In my opinion, don't try to make a relationship fit. That doesn't fit because you're going after dysfunction, and dysfunction will hurt you. It can kill you. You can see this like in the red pill, like with the red pill rage. It seems like there's a lot of hurt guys. In reality didn't work out the way they thought it's supposed to, or women aren't doing what they think they're supposed to be doing, or something like that. And then they have this idea like, oh, all women have high standards, they're all gold diggers, and I'm like, that's not right, so, just taking a look at that, with the red pill and everything. So, yeah, I don't like stereotypes, like the femininity tropes, or things that you see in the red pill, like, all women have high standards and all, go after the same guy, that kind of thing, because it's just not reality, You're not living in reality. Reality will end up hitting you in the face hard, Yeah, some women go for the same man other women go for. Some women are influenced by other women or other people easily, but that doesn't mean that every woman is. There's nuance. Like for me personally, I've never really been influenced by other women. I've always been, very independent. I've always had my own mind, my own opinions. I've always been a free thinker, so yeah, that doesn't apply to me, so. And I've never really had what's considered high standards in a man or whatever. I have things I definitely want and look for in a man, but like the money, a lot of money, that's never really been like a priority. Like, I would be happy with just, a basic, normal kind of thing. So, with that, I think with these type of guys, I think that they just appreciate the woman that is gold digging on them. Like, there are women who aren't gold diggers. These men just ignore them, in my opinion. Just like they feel like the gold digging woman is ignoring them. He's shooting for something that doesn't want him. They don't appreciate the women who are actually attracted to them. They are attracted to women who are going to use them. So it's like, you let women use you for your money and she doesn't like you because she's using you for your money. Maybe she just doesn't like men. Doesn't this come down to who you picked and who you chose? But that doesn't mean that women aren't interested in you. It just means that the ones that are, you reject because they are not what you deem as like the top tier women. If you think the only women who are high value are the ones choosing to use you, you're basically saying the only thing someone can like you for or love you for or be interested in you for is for money. So the right woman is supposed to shit test and look to see who has the best resources and, give them a hard time. They basically want to compete with other men in this regard. You can compete in other ways. You can compete with your personality, but they don't want to compete in that way. Yeah, and when you are one of those women who don't treat men badly or whatever because you didn't look to their resources or whatever, you happen to wanted to see in what way you can like that person for who they are. This is a person who is a lower tier woman in their mind. If a woman doesn't prioritize or care about these qualities, then she is seen as someone who basically, in their mindset, she couldn't get a man who is most attractive or has resources. So now in their mind, she is a desperate woman who no man wants to put on a pedestal. This is not a mental thing or an inherent thing, it's a social thing. So yeah, these type of men don't expect people to like them for them. They think the women they want aren't capable of loving them. They are the type of women these men value. It's their perspective. They don't value, like pick-me's. They value the hypergamous woman or like the top tier gold diggers or whatever. So I'm not looking for that. What I look for in a man is emotionally being able to bond with him, things of that nature, being healthy for a relationship, someone I have more commonality with, things like that. Those are things that I look for in a man. Like money is not going to turn me on. Getting to know me is. So find love in a healthy way and don't look for love from people who have a low self-image of themselves or who aren't whole people. They are susceptible to have being taken advantage of because they know they are looking for something in all the wrong places. And I think that's why many women talk about being used for sex and men talk about being used for money or in one way or another. It goes both ways, and for me, they get emotionally damaged. To me, that's a major reason people get used and then afterwards they become bitter because of the situation that happened to them. And I can't even blame anyone to how they respond to emotional trauma. It's more of, did you learn from it? And a lot of people don't learn from it. They just get angered by it and assume everyone is that way. And I don't think that every female has a certain nature or that every male has a certain nature. I think some women have a certain nature. It just depends on the woman, really. And the same for men.